This is Belinda from All About the Banks and Cooking with Belinda. Today is Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So I'm doing pre-Thanksgiving, my pre-Thanksgiving cooking. Our daughter is here. As you can tell, this is not my kitchen. We are in Williamsburg, Virginia, and I'm just having to kind of make do. Don't have a lot of counter space, but I'm making this thing happen. Our children are here, and our daughter has to go back to go to work for Thursday. So we are going to have our Thanksgiving meal on today. So I'm doing special requests. They requested mac and cheese. They requested collard greens, string beans. I made turkey barbecue. That's in my Cooking with Belinda channel. And we're going to do ham. And my kids are making some goodies over there, so they're going to bring that over. But right now I'm making mac and cheese. Well, I had already started it when I remembered, oh my gosh, I'm not sharing this with my friends. So I'm going to bring you guys up to speed to where I am right now. I already boiled my noodles. This is the noodle that I like to use. They're very small, but they make good mac and cheese because it gets all in there. So if you haven't tried these, I'm not even sure how to say it. Ditalini. Anyhow, this is what I've been using. Okay, so far I have added some cheddar jack cheese, some mozzarella cheese. I added about a tablespoon of Philadelphia Dips jalapeno cheddar. I don't know if you've tried that, but it's pretty good. Usually I eat it with my veggies, but I just thought that might be good in here. So I added about a tablespoon of that. I just cracked an egg with about a cup of milk. And I'm going to put that in here. And I may end up adding a little more milk because I want it to be kind of loose. I don't want it tight because I want my mac and cheese to be nice and oozy. Is that a word? Is that a good word for mac and cheese? Anyhow, so I've already pre-buttered my pan. And yeah, I think I'm going to add a little more milk to it. And, you know, like I always say, when I cook, you do you. You make yours like you like yours. And because everybody cooks differently. I think I'm going to put a little bit of sharp cheddar in now. And I'm going to save some of that to go on the top. And of course I used my mixed up salt. I used a little onion powder and also garlic powder in here. So it's got a lot of flavor. And you know, that's kind of how you want your food. You want flavor in it. Okay? You see how that is? Now I'm going to put it in my greased pan. And this is, I use 2 cups of noodles. And it makes a great amount. Usually at home, if I make this at home for just Dwayne and I use a cup or less. Because for just the 2 of us, we definitely don't need this much mac and cheese. But I'm feeding my family. Okay. Get all the cheese. You don't want to miss nothing. Now before I actually put this in the oven, I will top it with a little more cheese. But for the most part, mac and cheese. Ready for the oven. Okay, so you see I've put extra cheese on the top. And this is something I can remember my mom doing, just to add a little color. Just sprinkle a little paprika on the top. Also, I have done it where I've put breadcrumbs or seasoned panko. Just kind of crushed it up and put it on the top. That is good as well. So this is now ready again. Like I said, ready for the oven. And you cook it. I cook mine at 350 for about 30 minutes or until it's nice and set. So mac and cheese, ready to go. Okay guys, this is my second dish that I'm preparing. This is sweet potatoes. I had already pre-boiled my sweet potatoes, and I actually had frozen them to bring here. And I had taken them out this morning, thawed them a little bit, and then just kind of warmed them so I could melt a little bit of butter in there. And what I'm going to put in this, I'm going to make a sweet potato casserole. I've got some brown sugar here, so I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons of brown sugar. Got a little bit of white sugar here. A couple of teaspoons, I'm sorry. A little bit of white sugar, a little bit of brown sugar, and some cinnamon. And this is to taste. If you don't like cinnamon, you might want to use, I don't know, ginger or nutmeg or whatever you like. And I stir this up. Now I also put an egg in mine. There are some who do not, but I like it with an egg. I like it with an egg because I like that consistency that you get when you use an egg. So because this is warm, I'm not going to drop it right in there. I'm going to beat my egg a little bit first. Okay. And it's just one egg. And I'm going to just stir as I mix it in. And like I said, this is one of those recipes. I mean, you don't just have to have this for a special occasion. Please excuse my voice. I'm still hoarse, but it's okay. You don't have to use this as a special occasion dish. I mean, anytime you want to cook. If you like sweet potatoes and you like sweet potato casserole, go for it. Okay. Like I said, in here I have about a tablespoon of butter, 2 teaspoons of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of white sugar, and 1 egg. And this is the consistency that you want. Okay. Okay, this is the consistency that you want. Now, as far as taste, you add in as much sugar as you like. Your family may like their sweet potato casserole a little sweeter, or they may not like it with sugar in it at all. So that's the beauty of these recipes. You can fix it like you like it, whatever works best for you. So I'm putting in this, and I have just a small pan. Putting the mixture in the pan. Like I said, I've already buttered this little pan. Okay. And now this is the best part to me. This is the topping. And I do this with my fingers. So I'm putting my little gloves on. And I gotta say thank you to my daughter. She gifted me with these nice little gloves. So thank you, babe. Now, I have chopped pecans, maybe a little more than a half a cup. I've got chopped pecans. I've got about 2 tablespoons of flour, just all-purpose flour. I've got some cinnamon. Put some cinnamon on the top. I'm adding a little more brown sugar to the top. And softened butter. Let's see. And we're going to, you know what? This place has no mixing bowls. So I'm having to do makeshift everything. And as many times as we've been here, you'd think I would remember that from year to year. But I don't. And I forget to bring my own mixing bowls. But anyhow, like I said, I'm making do with what I got. Okay, that was about a teaspoon of butter. We're going to add a little more butter. And it's softened, so I'm going to do a little bit at a time. But this really would work so much better if I had a mixing bowl. But hey, that's the sign of a cook. You do what you have to do with what you got. And like I said, this is the favorite part because you put this on the top and it gets crunchy when you cook it. Okay. I think that's good. And see, it looks like a little crumble. And then you just spread it on the top. Spread it all around. And as it bakes, it's gonna smooth out. And there you have it. Sweet potato casserole ready for the oven. All right, I'm back and I'm starting on my vegetables now. This pan has some little chopped up bacon, a little margarine, not margarine, a little butter. And I'm heating that up. I'm going to cook string beans over here. In this pan, I got to figure out, this is not my stove. I got to figure out how it works. Okay. In this one, I have my collard greens. Now, I cooked these before I left home and froze them. So all I'm really doing is warming them up. I seasoned them pretty good, but I may add a little bit of something in there. But like I said, string beans and collard greens. My son doesn't care for collards. He likes string beans. My daughter likes collards. So what do? You make both. I'm not quite used to this flat surface stove, so I've got to kind of see how this goes. But yeah, I cut up the bacon just to add a little seasoning to my string beans. Put a piece of butter in there. After this sautés a little bit, then I'm going to add onion. Okay. Now, how many of you do that? How many of you cook your collards? And I cook these collards in my Instant Pot with smoked turkey. So they really had some good flavor on them. And I know they're going to be good because, like I said, I cooked them and I froze them. So all of that seasoning got to get in there. I love the smell of bacon. I love to eat bacon, I should say. But cooking bacon is one of my favorite things. Let me cut this down a little bit. And while that's sauteing, I'm also going to put my onion in there. I just sliced up a little onion. I'm going to let that saute a little bit. And I bought fresh green beans this time. And usually that's what I use, either fresh or frozen. But sometimes I find that the frozen ones, even after you cook them, the bean inside is hard. I don't like that. So most of the time I buy fresh and I just do it myself. Let that cook down a little bit. So my collards over here. So let me know what you guys are having for Thanksgiving. I mean, give me some feedback in the comment section. So let me know what you're cooking. Now we aren't doing a traditional turkey this year. Like I said, I made turkey barbecue, or I cooked the turkey in my Instant Pot and made barbecue out of it. I've got a video of that on Cooking with Belinda, so go to Cooking with Belinda and see how I did my turkey. But I did that, and then I shredded it and seasoned it and put some barbecue sauce on it. So check that video out so you'll see exactly how I did that. Okay, I've let this cook down a little bit. I don't want to burn my onions, so I'm just going to let it a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my green beans in there. Fresh green beans. I always go back and snap the ends off. That's how we used to do it when I was growing up. My mom always had a garden, and you always had to snap green beans. Anybody know about that? Okay. I'm using my mix-up salt. I'm using a little bit of black pepper. I'm using some garlic powder. And a little bit of Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning on these. Runaway string beans. Okay. I'm going to turn them down and put a top on this pan and just kind of let them saute a little bit. Over here, you see my collards. Now, how do you guys cook your collards? Tell me what you put in yours and how you good them up, how you make them taste good. What do you do? And I can remember growing up, you know, my mom would be in the kitchen all day Thanksgiving or the night before cooking. So, like I said in the comments, just tell me how you guys used to celebrate Thanksgiving with your family now and what you did growing up. All right, you saw me put it together. This is mac and cheese, sweet potato casserole, the turkey barbecue, sauteed green beans, collard greens, and the kids did ham delights. So this is our Thanksgiving spread. I hope you continue to watch our channels. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving with your family. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And it's time to eat. So we'll see you soon. Thank you guys.